Hey everybody, Steve and I are still hanging out here at the chiropractor's office. He is a chiropractor, if you did not know, by the way, and we're going to get to him in a second. Anyways, you're listening to Do Not Keep Silent. Find us more information at donotkeepsilent.com, or you can go to worldviewwarriors.org and find out blogs and all the good stuff that's there. And I'm hanging out with Steve Reisner. How you doing?
Fantastic.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit, before we get into it, tell us about your practice real quick.
Okay. I am an upper cervical chiropractor, one of the only ones that do what we do in Northwest Ohio. There's like half a dozen of us in the state, and we have people from all over Northwest Ohio that come to see us. Norwalk, Columbus, Van Wert, Marblehead. I have patients from Sylvania. I just saw one today from Sylvania. They travel because we're effective. We do what we do because it's extremely scientifically based. It's based on measurements. It's not based on feelings. So.
Well, wait a minute. Scientific, but you're a creationist?
Absolutely.
Okay. We're going to get into this, friends. We've been talking about some frequently asked questions from the talkorigins.org website. And we're on number 2. And the question is this. Don't you have to be an atheist to accept evolution? And the answer the person wrote is no. Many people of Christian and other faiths accept evolution as the scientific explanation for biodiversity, meaning, basically what this person is saying is that Christians, heck, even the Pope has said, yeah, you can believe in it, it's not a problem. What do you think about that?
Well, I'm not exactly sure how you want me to go about this, but
Let the games begin.
I'm a biblical creationist, which means that I believe what the Bible says is true. And using the didactic language, the this happened, and this happened, and then this happened. I mean, it's very chronological. It's meant to be taken literally. There's so many different places in the Bible that it acts like it should be taken literally. I believe that I am not some kind of fundamentalist who thinks weird things. I'm not a radical. I'm not going to blow up anybody's house if they don't think the way I do. But using my brain and using knowledge and the ability to just process information, I can look at the information and come to a logical conclusion, and I think that I've done that by being a biblical creationist. What this author, who, again, even talking with you, I'm trying to figure out who this guy is.
We don't know.
I want to know who he is, but just so I can maybe even just talk about him by name.
Well, this person could be a she. We don't even know.
That is correct, or could be an alien.
Oh, there. Oh.
A gender
That would be fun, actually.
It would be really neat. We could talk about panspermia then.
Oh, but, great.
Anyway.
Flying spaghetti monster.
If this author is referring to natural selection when he or she says, thank you, now I have says evolution, then I would say, sure, you can be a creationist and believe in natural selection because it was a creationist that came up with the idea in the first place, or documented the observation of natural selection. Natural selection is not evolution, though, and we discussed that in our last frequently asked question. It's actually the opposite of evolution. It does not result in the addition of information. It results in a lessening of information, genetic information. But you can be a creationist or a Christian and believe in natural selection because it makes sense that a creator who loves his creation would give it the ability to adapt to its environment. And I don't think this is contradictory to Scripture at all.
Okay, so you would say natural selection is what we see, that we observe it.
Right, we do. I mean, and it's definitely documented. It's observable. You can even do experiments to see. There's actually a great example. I guess we didn't talk about this, but the peppered moth example. When the Industrial Revolution hit England, peppered moth population changed colors. That was not evolution in progress or in action. That was natural selection. There were 2 different colored moths. Some were dark, some were light. The light ones lived because the trees were light, and the dark ones didn't because they got picked off by the birds because they were easily spotted. Industrial Revolution happens. The trees get covered with soot. Now the trees are dark. All the light ones get picked off, and the dark ones increase in number. That is not evolution because the information for both of those things was already there. And if it went to the extreme and all of the light ones died, that would actually be an elimination for the code for that. So now we have less variation, not more.
Okay. Now, I have one question because
Great.
we've got time. So I'd like to know, do you think evolution is responsible for anything useful?
No, I don't actually. I don't think that the science behind evolution has created anything useful. Biology, certainly. Biological evolution, no.
What's the difference? Because you're going to have some people go, whoa, wait, whoa, huh? What are you talking about?
The study of how things developed from a single-celled organism or the first self-replicator into human beings and whales and spiders and all the different things that exist has not produced anything beneficial. I mean, ask an evolutionist, what is an accomplishment that evolution has given to the world? What is something, here, this is because of evolution, now we have this great technology that saves lives or something. You can't do that. If they give you an example, very likely it is some other type of science that they're trying to dress up as evolution, when in fact I think evolution has actually slowed down progress.
Okay, I am going to ask you a question because I know there's some people out there listening, and so evolutionists, I'm going to ask them the question, okay? So, you're going to love this. So, the question I have for you is, what do you do with somebody who says, yes, we do have great technology. It's called, we have stuff to fix us up, called antibiotics, and we can fight against those viruses or bacteria. I don't know, what do they fight? Viruses, I think. And so that shows that we have created something because we saw how to take care of that. So you're saying that making that didn't help?
That's perfect.
Yeah. Oh, really? We did not even talk about this.
I think what you're talking about is more likely genetic engineering.
Okay.
That does not necessarily mean the study of pond scum turning into people.
Okay.
Completely different things. The study of genetics is not the study of evolution. The study of biology is not the study of evolution. Genetics is simply the information that makes us express what we express physically to be what we are. Your genome expresses your phenome. What your expression is, the physical expression of your code. That I suppose you can twist it and mangle it around and act like this is evolution now, but that's not evolution in progress. As a matter of fact, I guess we could say that natural selection, using your same example of antibiotics, natural selection has given us a terrible problem because all of the bacteria that was susceptible to penicillin and other things like that, they're all gone. But there's still bacteria out there. The ones that lived, they'll say, evolution in progress. No, it's just like the peppered moths. Those bacteria did not have a receptor to take that antibiotic, so they lived. They were actually genetically less. So
you know what I like to say is they were actually really dumb. Is that a fair way to put that?
Well, sort of. I mean, they were genetically, they had less information than the bacteria that had the code for the receptor that accepted that antibiotic. So now, because they were basically what's the proper term I want to use here? They were basically developmentally disabled. They were able to live. Now they're all over the place, and we can't stop them. You know, we have super bacteria and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
The strep that ate my leg and all that kind of stuff. That you've got bacteria now. That
Yummy. So glad you shared that with us.
I don't think that that's evolution helping us out.
So to be clear again, natural selection is not equal to this theory of evolution.
That's absolutely correct. It's actually, I mean, if you really know what you're looking at, it's the opposite.
Okay, so again, ask questions down here, and we'll get to them because a lot of you out there, and you know what? There's probably some scientists watching this. There's atheists watching this. I really want to encourage you, ask questions because some of this is, I'm sure, you're going, no, wait a minute, no. Natural selection and evolution are the same. And so let's get into it, okay? So we'd really encourage you to write in down there and you'll have fun with that, okay?
I would like to point out also that I do not believe that I have all the answers. And
Yeah.
so sometimes people may ask something that I don't know the answer to, and I'm going to try not to just make something up. I'll try to actually tell you, I don't know.
And the reason he's saying that is we want to find the truth. I want to be real clear on that. We are the truth finders, if you will. Let's go wherever truth leads, which means if you have some information we've never heard about, we would love to hear it.
Sure.
And let's discuss it. We're not here going, we're right, we're right, we're right. But we are saying, look, the facts that we see don't back this up regarding this theory of evolution.
That's perfect.
Is that great?
That's right.
All right. So thanks everybody for listening. And again, I want to promote this book by Ian Taylor, 25 Short Answers to Big Questions About Creation. Really good book. Encourage you to check it out. And I do want to let you know, I'm going to give it a little asterisk by the side, if you will. Just because I'm promoting that book doesn't mean everything in here is necessarily what I agree with, but this is a good ministry. And if, you know, again, we got to remember that what we're dealing with here is origins. And God was there, we were not. And so
That's
we've
right.
got to understand that.
Nobody was there.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah. So just let's understand that. Thanks, everybody, and do not keep silent.